Hi, it's Natasha Lewis from Big Rock Organics, and welcome to week 5 of the CSA. Let's take a look at what we have in our box this week. We've got a little preview of peppers. We've got a hotter pepper and a bell pepper. We've got a lot of fun peppers coming up this season, so we'll be having some purple peppers, white peppers, colored peppers, and an array of hotter peppers. So wanted to give you a little preview as they're starting. The cucumbers have been doing great, and we hope that you've been enjoying them. They're so wonderful. So we're going to be including a pickle recipe. It's my mother-in-law's pickle recipe, my favorite. I'll be making some of those this week as we keep up with the cucumbers coming in. They are so delicious. I don't peel them or anything, and you can chop and use them for any number of things. I do love a good Thai cucumber salad, so we'll put a recipe in for that as well. And also just, snack on these. You can wash them, you can eat them just as is. They're kind of fun size, so they are a little crazy. I feel like I always should be ready to play, the barrel of monkeys with these things as I'm picking them. But I hope you've been enjoying the crazy soy long cucumbers. As weird as they are really delicious. All right, we've got a giant kohlrabi this week. We had some regular kohlrabis earlier in the season, and now we're bringing you the giant kohlrabi. So this is actually going to be eaten, this root part down here. It's not really a root, but the bulb that grows above the ground. And you want to slice off, you've got this kind of ugly root end down here. We're going to slice it off about up to here. And then you want to peel the bulb here. Now, I like these raw. I like them in slaw. I like them pickled. There's so many great things you can do with kohlrabi. Kind of like a taste between a cabbage and an apple. It's nice and crunchy, like a jicama or potato consistency of crunch. You can cook it, you can roast it, you can grill it, so many wonderful things. And we do have some leaves too. So the leaves you can use like you would a collard green. They're going to be a thicker, a little more leathery of a green, but they'll cook down. You do want to remove those ribs, but you can cook these down. I usually like to saute a little bit of onion, bacon, and then throw the greens in, put a little bit of chicken broth in there, let those cook up a little bit, and you have yourself some nice southern stewed greens. So you can cook those kohlrabi greens as well. Now, if you are planning to store this, these are actually called Kossak kohlrabi. They're meant to be a long-term storage kohlrabi. I've had these in the fridge for a couple months at a time. They store beautifully. Just cut these leaves off so you have just the bulb. Put it in a bag or a container with some paper towels. Check it from time to time, but it'll stay crisp and, good to eat for a very, very long time. All right, we've got the last of the head lettuce. We've got these in a shaded area of the garden, but of course the heat and the lettuce isn't a good mix. So we're very excited to be having lettuce here, but this is going to be the last week for our lettuce. So enjoy these beautiful, I love these little mini lettuce heads. I think they're just so cute. So you can chop them up and make your own little lettuce mixes. I think they're just adorable. Speaking of mixes, we have, I think, probably one of the most deliciously fragrant bundles of herbs. I am in love with this. It smells so good. So we've got rosemary, we've got sage, and we've got oregano. So this is just like a wonderful seasoning bundle. You can dry this whole thing, just hang it up and dry it. It's going to make wonderful poultry seasoning, soup seasoning, potatoes. You can use it for all sorts of things. I also have done a really yummy brown butter sage, and you can do it with all the herbs on here, where you make a brown butter. So you take your brown butter and you cook it until it actually starts to kind of brown, like the name intends. Medium heat, keep it swirling, and you'll smell this wonderful nuttiness. Then you throw your herbs in, they get kind of crispity, and that makes a great sauce with some garlic in there. For pasta and things like that, or roasted potatoes, that would be great on, and other things like that. So wonderful little savory bundle here of herbs. We've got this week different cabbages. So you might be getting a red cabbage, you might be getting a green cabbage, some different cabbages coming in this week. I will say that we've got different cabbages planted throughout the season. I think this is just so beautiful, all the different color in there. And so depending on what we have available, you might get a slightly different cabbage this week. We've got scallions. We've planted many crops of scallions, and I don't know, they've just been a little bit delayed. So we're hoping to push and get a little more scallions, but they're slow growing. The regular onions are on board with growing, and hoping to see some fresh eating onions in a couple of weeks or so, but enjoying some of those scallions there. We've got, of course, lots of different summer squashes. These guys are pretty prolific and coming in great. Zucchini fries, so good. You can do so many different, like zucchini noodles, zoodles as they're called. So many fun things to do with zucchini. It's so transformative of a vegetable. Okay, carrots. We have been loving carrots this year, and I just have to tell you how Maggie has lovingly tended these carrots. I am so proud of her excitement about the carrots. So I hope you've been enjoying them. We have other crops of carrots on the horizon, so hopefully have lots of carrots this year for you. So there are some great cold carrot salads, which would be something really fun to try out. Also, I love roasting or sauteing. I almost never boil a carrot anymore. I just saute them, and they're so much more flavorful that way. And I also really love different kinds of salt, particularly a flaky salt in any of my cooking. I just top it with a little bit of flaky salt, and they're so good. All right, we've got Swiss chard for the first time. I tried to have a variety of greens, and Swiss chard is actually a really wonderful warm loving green, and this is called Bright Light Swiss chard. I actually had someone at the market ask me, how do you make it a rainbow? Yeah, it comes that way, and I think this is one of the most vibrant veggies we grow. It is so fun. You cut up the stems and the leaves. It is often sauteed, but you can do a fresh salad with it. It is going to have a little bit of a denser green, like similar, a little more delicate than a beet green, but I usually do a saute as my standard is. I do olive oil and garlic and a little bit of cayenne pepper, and then a squeeze of lemon at the very end, and some Parmesan cheese. So that's my favorite way to do it. But my mom had a recipe I'll be sharing, because she's been on this Tour de France kick, and also Tour de Fleece, which is an adventure for spinners to learn and mirror and watch Tour de France while they're spinning their wheels and making yarn. So she's been actually cooking alongside the tour, and she's got a great recipe this week for bechamel Swiss chard, so I'll be including that because it was delicious. I even put it on a burger. So Swiss chard, we'll be welcoming that periodically throughout the summer. Swiss chard really doesn't mind any sort of weather, so it's a very versatile green, and it's something that we really love. Throw it in a soup, throw it in a salad, saute it. It's great in pasta and things like that. I usually do like a zucchini, pepper, Swiss chard, any sort of protein pasta with whatever sauce you like, a red, a white. Very, very good. So all right, and then we've got some rhubarb. I know it seems like a weird thing, but the rhubarb actually made a nice comeback with the rain that we've had recently. So I look forward to making a nice sweet rhubarb pastry cake, muffin. There's all kinds of great summertime fruits to blend with it right now. I feel like it's peach season. Peach rhubarb is so delicious. A few weeks ago, it was a little bit more strawberry rhubarb. Later on in the season, apples coming in, apple rhubarb is really nice. So it's just a wonderful thing. And if you have too much rhubarb, chop it up and put it in the freezer. It's delicious in winter when you actually feel like turning on a stove. So that is our box this week, and it is fun as always. I know everyone is really wondering and monitoring the tomatoes, and our tomatoes are coming along. They're green, but they are looking beautiful on the vine. So hopefully soon. But eggplants also growing and coming along, and other fun things, to look forward to as the weeks go on. So enjoy your box, happy cooking, and thanks for joining me. Bye.